So both of my boys play sports. Their primary sport though is baseball, and we, as a family, spend countless hours talking about, prepping for, driving to and from, practicing and watching baseball. We watch in cold and sometimes the rain, and because it's Texas, we watch in the heat. And we often watch in the wind and the blowing dirt. We travel, we wait, we celebrate, and sometimes we even bemoan. And some of you, because you told me, you don't really understand. Welcome to episode 12 of I Have No Idea What I'm Doing. If you're not already subscribed, I'd love it if you did so. Each week we strive to bring a little value to your everyday, 5 minutes or so at a time. So back to baseball. Just this week, between the two boys, there are 5 scheduled practices and 2 tournaments, which means a minimum of 6 games and likely more on the weekend. We'll have to miss church on Sunday. I don't say this to sound like I'm complaining, I'm just giving insight into the season of our life our family is in right now. And you know what? Chances are, if you're a family with kids, you're in a very similar boat. It doesn't have to be about baseball though. It's dance and music, football, soccer, basketball, theater, swimming, golf, volleyball, or any of the other countless numbers of activities available to families today. We're rushed. Most of the nights this time of year we're eating on the run, either before or after a practice, still making an attempt each day to at least do so as a family, if ever so short. At the start of this season, my older boy's baseball coach instructed his team with a statement that he wanted them to try and grasp. And I'm not sure if my son has gotten it yet, but I've been thinking about it pretty regularly over the last 3 months. And he told them, be quick, but don't be in a hurry. And this advice is actually attributed to the great college basketball coach John Wooden. He used to stress this balance to each of his teams, focusing much less on winning and much more on effort and being the best version of yourself you can be on and off the court. Of course, the winning came in the form of 10 national championships in 12 years for him. And towing this fine line of pushing yourself to the limit while still being in control is one that seems applicable to so many different areas of life. So last night, Cohen had one of the worst practices he's had in probably a year. He knows it. And we set a timer of 4 minutes to discuss it afterwards, and then we dropped it. And his problem? Well, last night he was in a hurry. He rushed some stuff early and made some mistakes, and then coach got onto him, which made him press harder to try and go and to do better and be faster, and it just got worse. And instead of being quick, first in his focus and his thinking, he was just in a hurry. Well, one of the great things about sports, though, is that he gets to shake it off and get back to work and try and fix it. And so we did. We came home, we ate a quick bite of food, and we grabbed our gloves to shake off the bad outing in the front yard, and we put it behind us. And author John Orberg tells a story about when he was a young father that they used to bathe all 3 of their kids at once, mostly just to save time. And one particular evening, his wife was out, so he had bath and bedtime duty. One of his kids was already out of the tub and in pajamas, and the second was still in the bath. And the third, the youngest, Mallory, was out of the tub, dripping wet, and doing what John called the dee-da-day dance all over the bathroom. You see, Mallory was a bundle of joy, and sometimes she just couldn't contain it. And what it manifested in was her often running around in circles yelling dee-da-day at the top of her lungs and laughing. As John describes it, she was soaking wet, running in circles screaming dee-da-day, and he yelled at her, "Mallory, hurry!" And so she did. She started running faster and saying dee-da-day, quicker. And John responded, "No, Mallory, that's not what I mean. I mean, get over here so I can dry you off. Hurry!" And Mallory stopped and responded to her daddy with a pretty profound question. Why? And that stopped John in his tracks. You see, he had nowhere to be. He had no emails to send, no sermons to write, no meetings to attend. He had no answer for her. So John did what we all hope we would do in a similar situation. Instead of insisting her to get moving and dry off, he got up and accepted joy just like her and took the time to dee-da-day dance with his daughter. John realized that he wasn't in a hurry. So at the top of this, I mentioned there are some that don't understand my family's crazy pace of life right now. And that's okay. We don't always understand it either. The reason I think we currently allow it is because in less time than I want to think about, it'll come to an end. We won't be driving kids to practices. We won't be sunburning on the first base line. We won't be watching hits or double plays turned or pitches thrown. We won't be chasing missing socks or cleaning grass stains. Those 2 just-in-case baseballs in the console of my truck, they won't be needed. I won't take a little extra time the night before a game to shine their cleats up or put a little conditioner on their gloves. They won't be around for me to do so. What about all those trophies that they've collected? They probably won't want them anymore, but they also probably won't want us to throw them away either. You may not understand, and that's okay. Things move pretty quickly around here right now, but we're not in a hurry to let them go. This week, I'd encourage you just as Coach Wooden and Coach Randy have encouraged me. Be quick, but don't be in a hurry. Until next time.